I know you guys probably aren't familiar with these lip glosses because nobody on YouTube ever talks about them. Have you guys heard of the Gerard Cosmetics lip glosses? Who am I kidding? We all know about these. Hey guys, it's Shawnee, aka Total Makeup Junkie 101. So today I have a blunt and honest video with you guys. As all of my videos are, I have never lied to you guys about any product, and I feel like I need to make a little disclaimer on it before I even jump into the review. Gerard Cosmetics as a whole is a brand on YouTube that people get so riled up about. Everybody talks about this brand, everybody raves about how amazing their glosses are, and they put all of these affiliate codes in the description box and tell you to use my coupon code, use this, use that. I don't have any of that. This is a no frills review. I purchased all of these products with my own money. Gerard Cosmetics has no idea who I am. They did not send this to me. I don't have an affiliate code. I don't have a coupon code. I don't have anything like that. This is a straight up review video, just like I like to do them. Review, lip swatches, up close swatches, my thoughts, all of that good stuff. I almost don't even feel the need to show them to you guys, but I will for those of you guys who aren't familiar. Gerard Cosmetics is an online company. They do sponsorships with a lot of the big YouTubers, and they do collaborations and etc, etc. These lip glosses have been getting a ton of hype. I believe they used to be called Whitening Lightning, and they recently switched over to this new packaging and the new brand name of Gerard Cosmetics. So this is what the packaging of the actual gloss looks like. It's a really nice gold top with the GC written, and then all of the glosses have this little mirror here on the back, which is kind of an interesting feature. All of the glosses also have these two little lights under here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but these lights actually light up when you unscrew the lip gloss, so that when you're applying it, the lights actually flash on your lips. So the idea is you use this little mirror and apply the gloss with the light so you can apply it in like a dark room. I don't know who feels the need to apply lip gloss in a dark room, to be completely honest, but you know, it's there for you guys. I believe the original retail price on these glosses is $24, and I will say upfront, don't spend $24 on them. Gerard Cosmetics does a lot of promo codes, a lot of coupon codes, a lot of sales. So never purchase these glosses at $24. Don't do it. I actually got a pack of 5, and I got to pick all of the colors that I wanted in my pack of 5 for $49. So it came out to right around $10 a gloss, which I would say is about average. It's about what you should pay for them. The glosses are just a typical gloss other than the mirror and the light. It's just a typical doe foot applicator on it, and I will say I'm not crazy about the doe foot. I feel like it doesn't hold enough product to get it all over your lips in one dip. I definitely have to dip back into the tube a couple of times, maybe 2 to 3 times, to get an even application on my lips. I will say I have 10 different shades in this video to show you guys, but Gerard Cosmetics offers way more than the 10 that I picked out. As I said, I purchased these myself, so I just picked the shades that I knew I would personally wear and the ones that I was personally attracted to. I didn't want to just get a whole bunch of them in case I didn't like them, because this was my first experience with them. Moving on into the texture of these glosses. The texture is thick. These remind me less of a lip gloss and more of a lip lacquer. They are very thick. They're not necessarily sticky, but you can definitely feel them on your lips. They are by no means a lightweight lip product, but they deliver a lot of color. All of those reviews that you've seen on people who rave about these glosses, they're not completely lying. The amount of pigment you get out of these is pretty much unheard of for any other gloss that I have. With that being said, the texture and the pigmentation does vary color to color. So there's a little bit of inconsistency in the line just based on the 10 shades that I have. I've noticed some inconsistencies. Some of them are thicker and they go on more of like a lip cream. If you guys have tried something like the NYX Extreme Lip Creams, you know how opaque those are. Some of these turn out looking like that. They're so opaque, so thick, and they just deliver like one swipe pigmentation on your lips. But some of the other ones, particularly like the lighter shades or like the orangey shade that I have, are a little thinner in texture, and because of that, they tend to kind of settle into all of the creases in your lips and look a little bunchy. Now the weird thing about it is because the texture is still thick on all of the colors, even with the slightly bunchier or patchy shades, if you let them sit on your lips for a couple of minutes and let your natural lip heat and your natural body chemistry kind of melt the product into your lips, after a couple of minutes, they do kind of even out. They stop looking patchy and they just kind of look smooth. As I go through each of the individual colors and do lip swatches as well as up close swatches on my hand, you guys will see the ones that look a little patchier. I will note them for you. Another thing I want to mention is the color range. I think Gerard Cosmetics has a really nice color range of these glosses. So if you like only neutrals or nudes, they have a lot of different kind of nude colors. They also have a lot of different bright colors, pinks, reds, purples, oranges, neutrals, weird colors. And when I say weird, I mean they have some blues, a black, a white. So before I talk more about the texture as well as longevity, the scent, all of that stuff, I'll talk about that towards the end. I'm going to jump into individual lip swatches and up close swatches of each of the colors so you guys can see the 10 different colors that I purchased. So this first shade on my lips is called Nude, and this one is definitely the lightest shade that I purchased. It's kind of a medium light nude color, no shimmer in it, very creamy, but I will say this is one of the shades that is a little patchy. So when it goes on, it kind of settles into all of the little creases. You kind of have to go over it a bit to kind of get it as even as possible, but once it kind of warms up with your lips and sits there for a couple of minutes, it kind of self-levels. This next shade on my lips is Cocoa Bean, and this is my kind of nude color. It is a darker brown, almost like a mocha type of nude. Not super dark though. It definitely looks really nice on me, and it does kind of remind me of a slightly darker, less pink version of that whole 90s lip, Kylie Jenner type lip. This is a really pretty shade. This next shade on my lips is Plum Crazy, and this one is really similar to Cocoa Bean, if you guys can see here. Plum Crazy is just a little bit more purple, but not by much. It's kind of a dark mauvey, purpley, brown type color. Definitely not what I would picture as a true plum. Normally when I think plum, I think dark, like grape purple almost. This is like a mauvey brownie purple. This next shade on my lips is Raspberry Sherbet, and this is a very bright pink with a little bit of purple in it, but it's so bright that it's almost fluorescent. I don't have the shade that is really popular. It's the lighter pink called Fiji. I don't have that one. I got this one because I thought this one would be a little bit more flattering for my skin tone, and while it is pretty bright, I think I could pull it off over a different colored lipstick. But this one did have a very similar formula to the first one I showed you, Nude, in the sense that it's kind of a little patchy and streaky, and it does settle into all of your little lip lines. So you want to give it a couple of minutes to warm up with your lips. Next shade on my lips is Salmon, and this is the only true orangey color that I have. It's kind of an orangey coral color. Now there is one that's like a true orange in this collection, and I don't have it with me, but this one is the slightly more muted orange, and This one I will say is not quite as opaque as most of the other ones I'm showing. This one has a little bit of translucency to it, so it's a little bit more wearable of an orange. This next shade on my lips is Rose Hill, and this is a really nice, perfect mid-tone, but still bright pink, but not orange, but not true pink. It's like a corally, pinky, rosy, muted mauve type color. Really unique shade-wise. I can't even really describe the true color. It's really unique, very, very pretty, and really wearable on a lot of different skin tones. I like this one a lot. This next shade on my lips is Candy Apple, and this is the only red color, the true red, that I purchased in this collection. It is a really, really nice, bright, like a true candy apple red. I have to say the name suits it perfectly. This is one of my favorites. It really, really is a really pretty gloss. This next shade is one of the weird shades, obviously, that I got. This one is called Bermuda, and to be honest, it's not as weird on your lips as it looks in the tube. At least I don't think it is. I think it's kind of cool. It is a true periwinkle, blue purple, pastel type color. Definitely leans a little bit more purple on your lips because it's not super pigmented. So if you have naturally like pink or red pigmented lips underneath, the purple will kind of shine through more in this gloss. Next shade on my lips, which is one of my favorites in this collection, this is called Wild Orchid, and this is a really, really beautiful, true, bright, orchidy, purpley, pink, fantastic formula on this particular shade as well. No like patchiness, no streakiness, no pigmentation issues, like a true lip lacquer, just gorgeous. And the last shade that I have is called Seduction, and this is beautiful. It is a very, very dark grape blood dark color. That was the weirdest way to describe it. Grape blood, really? Just a really, really dark brownie purple. Super, super beautiful. This is another one of my favorites in the collection. It goes on really nicely, really opaquely, and doesn't look patchy. I have so many lip glosses that are this dark of a color, and they just end up patching up on my lips. And this was very, very smooth. I'm very impressed. So I hope those lip swatches were helpful to you guys. Please do thumbs up this video if you guys enjoyed it because it does help out my video a lot. Moving on into longevity on these lip glosses, I will say that despite them being thick, they're not necessarily sticky or like tacky. They're just thick, and I think the thickness is because they are so pigmented. To be honest, in a really, really pigmented gloss, I would prefer it to be thick. Otherwise, it'll bleed, it'll feather, it'll bleed, it'll slip and slide all over your mouth. And luckily, because of the thickness of these, they don't feather, they don't bleed, they don't slip and slide. Basically, once you put them on your lips, they will stay put, which I really, really appreciate. And because they aren't necessarily tacky, they don't have the longest wear time on me. I would say I can get about 2 to 3 hours of decent wear before I feel the need to touch up. They are not transfer proof, they do not dry down matte, that's why they're called a gloss, and they're not smudge proof or budge proof. So if you do kind of get your hair in the gloss and then kind of wipe it away, the gloss will kind of get everywhere as my hair is stuck to them right now. The scent on these is a little strange. I want to say they're almost unscented. They're like unscented with a little bit of plastic thrown in. It's like they almost removed all of the scent out of it, but not quite. So they are a little plasticky to me. My overall consensus on these Gerard Cosmetics lip glosses, based on the 10 that I have, are they worth the hype? I would have to say yes. They are very, very good. They're very good lip glosses. If you are looking for opaque, very pigmented, very shiny lip glosses, not necessarily long wearing, definitely not transfer or budge proof. you will probably like these. And as I said, they're not worth the $24. I would not pay $24 a piece for them. However, for the $10 that I paid, because I did pay $50 for a set of 5, for the $10 each, I do think they're worth it. Now, my personal favorite shades, if I were to only pick a couple, it's really, really hard, to be honest, because I actually quite liked a lot of them. But some of my favorites are Wild Orchid, which is that really, really bright orchid color. Fantastic formula on that one. I also really love Cocoa Bean, and I equally love Plum Crazy. While I don't think you need both of them because they are so similar, I would say Cocoa Bean wins by a little bit because I think it's a little bit more unique of kind of like a cocoa brown. But if you don't like straight up brown gloss, try Plum Crazy. It's like a brownie mauve. I also really, really, really love Seduction. And Candy Apple was also a big hit. And I'm wearing Rose Hill on my lips right now, which I also really love. So you guys can see I had a lot that I loved. I actually loved quite a few of the ones that I picked up. So that is great for me, maybe not so great for you guys. If you guys were iffy about trying them and you've heard other YouTubers trying them out and just raving about them and then putting their affiliate link and their promo code in the description box, I don't have any of that fancy stuff, but I will say that these are very, very nice. So if you wanted to try them, definitely do. That's pretty much all I have to say on these lip glosses. I hope it was helpful and I hope it answered some of the questions that you guys have been asking me, because I've been asked so much about these and I do think they are very, very good. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye. Oh, I got 8 eye brushes. A lot of them are crease brushes. Most of them are crease brushes. Show our bracelets. Look at our eye mats bracelets. They're matching. By bracelets, I'm